Hello, my homies. OneSmartCat playing some more Spellslinger, and today we have figured out how to do the nightmare duplication glitch, bug, whatever it's called, whatever you would call it. So, in the original time frame of us finding all this stuff out, one of my survivors, I was playing Dead by Daylight earlier, one of my subscribers came into my comment section and asked me for my take on zombie mill using Fear the Grave. And this is a deck that I came up with. A quick overview of it is simple enough. There's a bunch of low-cost zombies. You get them in the graveyard by any means necessary, including using stuff like Abysmal Chain and Bag of Devouring. Once those are in the graveyard, you use Fear the Grave to do the max of 10 mills to your opponent. You mill them twice and their deck is empty. The thing is, where the bug comes from, is whenever you do a big mill like this, if you're able to do the max 10 mills, if they have a nightmare in their deck, whenever the last nightmare gets pulled, every card after that gets a nightmare on it. So, like, the big bang best outcome for this thing is for you to put one nightmare in their deck. The first card that you mill has that nightmare on it. That means the 9 cards after that, each one of those will have a nightmare on it, even though you only had one nightmare in their deck. Now, if you want the deck tech for this deck, I'll put a little link, a little combo to that original video right up over here. In that video, I do like the grand slam 1 nightmare into 10 nightmares in that video. So like, if you want to see it, you can go check it out over there. Like, there is proof of concept up there, but I'm a complete idiot the whole time because I don't know what's going on. Like, as far as I know, I haven't seen any other videos talking about this bug. I'm not saying I'm the one that found it. I haven't seen anybody talk about it. I guess it's not, I mean, it's not game breaking because number one, it's really, really hard to do. Number two, whenever you do it, it's kind of inconsistent because you don't control where the nightmares go. So if you get it off of the first card, that's awesome. If you get it off of like card 7, 8, or 9, it doesn't really do much. So I'm trying to actively get it to go off in this video just to show, like, yeah, you know, we know how to do the bug now. So hopefully that's what we're going to be able to do. The subscriber that brought this to me, my phone going off, get out of here. The subscriber that brought this to me, the original deck concept, he's independently been working on trying to figure out the triggers to all this stuff too. He shared what he was able to find and I shared what I was able to find, and we, for the most part, came up to the same resolution. So now that the bug is cracked, maybe him or me or somebody else will be able to find a way to make it more reliable. And if somebody's able to do that, if somebody's able to like consistently do this, then it will break the game. Because whenever it does go off, it is a big deal whenever it does actually go off. Like, whoever you're playing gets pretty fucked. Especially if it's like the big daddy, you know, who's your daddy, who's your mama? 1 nightmare turns into 10 nightmares. If that one goes off, then like you gain 10 life, your opponent loses 10 life, and your opponent loses 10 cards. I mean, that's huge. So let's do what we can to get it to happen. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start off with this bud. So honestly, the overall biggest thing that I've had issue with doing this is just finding my Fear the Graves. I do have card draw in here. Like I have 2 of these guys, and I have the Bag of Devouring, and what else? The chain thing. Like I have decent card draw, but sometimes those Fear the Graves do not want to come out. It's scary going against Teferi because he has a bunch of counters, and if he counters our Fear the Grave, then that pretty much fucks us. Like, he definitely has a trap right now because of this. So we don't want to put down either of our conveyors because we want both of those. Let's put down this and see if his trap activates. Ooh, his trap did activate. Alright, well, let's attack and see if his trap activates. We just have to... Does he not have a trap? Or maybe it's like an after my turn trap. We have to not... Yeah, after my turn trap. Be afraid of his traps. Because we need to try to use up all of his traps before we get our Fear the Grave. Because if he counters one of our Fear the Graves, then we're fucked. Like, this deck needs the Fear the Graves. And not only that, but I mean, that's how we do the bug. Just send everything. We need zombies in our graveyard, baby.
Studies for Thraben.
Put my zombies in my graveyard. So again, I'll put my cards in my graveyard too. Fuck it. So if this works, and I mean it does work. I already have a video where it works. But if this gets traction to where other people are trying to do it, if you come across an Ashiok using zombies, you know what's up. Now you know what's going on. We're gonna let that hit us, because I think we're gonna blow that up next turn. Let's kill this. Ooh. Yep. He uses traps. Surprise, surprise. But he only has 1 mana left, so he definitely does not have a counter for this. Throwing stuff in our graveyard, creating zombies. That's the name of the game. We're gonna play a little bit defensive here because he doesn't have anything in hand, and I mean, we need to find our Fear the Grave. That is our mission. And it doesn't matter how much life he has. Let him keep giving himself life. That doesn't really matter. There's our Fear the Grave. Very nice.
Strike them down.
Alright, he does not have any more traps. Good to know. We have 7 zombies in the graveyard. Let's do this. Let's do this. Do that. Now we have 8 zombies in the graveyard. And we're still playing defensive. Yeah, see, we have 8 in the graveyard. We almost have 10, and he's almost already down to 20. So, like, it's literally like the perfect setup for mills. Let's go ahead and kill this. Block that. Alright, so now we have 10. All we need to do is put a nightmare in his deck. Ooh, we have both of ours. Very nice. We need our Naga. We either need our Naga or we need this to give us a nightmare. So let's go ahead and put this out. And the fact that we have both our Fear of the Graves, we're just going to keep playing defensive. We don't care how much health he has or anything like that. None of that really matters to us. Honestly, the fact that he's gaining health is a good thing, because that means that he wants to play the long game. He probably has a trap. Let's use this to blow something up. Let's blow up the unicorn.
Nope. Try again.
That's completely fine. That just means that him getting to draw 2 cards isn't good, but you know, we're getting rid of more and more of his traps. So we're all set up now. The only reason I haven't used these is because I want to get a nightmare in his deck. That way we could try to do the glitch. The glitch slash bug.
For 3 bins.
Use all your mana. Yeah. Use all your cards. Okay. So we know he doesn't have any traps. There we go. Now we got a nightmare in his deck. Okay, so now we're going to try to do it. Alright. Click on here. He has 1 nightmare in his deck. We're going to play Fear the Grave. We're going to mill 10 of his cards. Whenever the 1 nightmare gets pulled, every card after that will have a nightmare on it. Okay. Now every single card will have a nightmare on it.
Thoughts are an open door.
There you go.
Your thoughts are an open door.
And we just duplicated nightmares.
Your thoughts are an open door. You cannot keep secrets.
And since we have both of ours, he has 8 cards left. We'll do this again. And it still duplicates the nightmares.
Open door.
So now he's going to be milled out. We're going to have so much life that he's not going to be able to kill us. And that's going to be the end of the game.
Your thoughts are an open door.
Like I said, it's not easy to do. But whenever it does go off, it really fucks up your opponent. How many nightmares was that? We turned 1 nightmare into how many nightmares? Like 15? 14?
You're just making me look bad.
All things must end.
That was so many nightmares out of one nightmare. And he can't do anything now. He can swing with everything. He can't kill us. We just got 15 life. I need to count how many nightmares that was. I probably should have been counting how many nightmares that was, but there you go. Proof of concept.
Good game.
That is...
All things
That's how it works. We now know the trigger. We...
For 3 bins.
We... As far as I know, we discovered a glitch. As far as I know. I haven't seen anybody else's videos. I haven't been in the Discord. So, you know what? Maybe this is an old hat. But I haven't seen anything on YouTube. So, now that this knowledge is out there, you are free to go give it a try. Make it better. It's not easy. You will lose a lot of games trying to make it good to go off. But whenever it works, I mean, whenever it works, it works. You see what just happened right there? If somebody is able to figure out how to make it work consistently, I would love to know. Please let me know if anybody's able to make it work consistently. But there we go. Hopefully I'll see you in another one of my videos. Wee.